thank you so much for being here with us today. Earlier today, many of you attended with us a summit. It was called Provo Plus 50. Now, some of you interpreted that to be for 50-year-olds and olders. It was not. It was an attempt to look 50 years into the future of Provo and define what vision we wanted for ourselves 50 years out into the future. And from education to transportation to healthcare and technology, it's important that we have a vision now of what we want to become in 50 years and that we don't let ourselves be subjects to the winds and the tides. Part of our vision for Provo is that we continue to lead in innovation, that we protect our well-deserved reputation as being creative, entrepreneurial, and leading out in resourcefulness. Of course, vision is only as good as our tools and our will to accomplish that. That's why I'm pleased today to announce a tool that Provo residents will be able to use to enhance our educational opportunities, our community involvement in many aspects of our life. So are we ready? Is it epic? I want you to know that I'm on a hunt to find whoever used that word epic. We're going to ban it. May I invite the great governor of the state of Utah to join us, the Speaker of House, Becky Lockhart, to join us. Council, I am. Wait, where's our Provo band? Drum roll.
No, Provo band.
We have to have a drum roll. Provo band, are you back there? They're cold. They went inside. Anything from Provo band? Okay, I want to hear a drum roll from everybody here. Today, I'm excited to announce that we have reached agreement to bring Google Fiber to Provo, Utah. Those of you from Provo are not surprised. Those of you otherwise are thinking, how did they do that? And we're looking forward in the upcoming days to explaining more. This partnership, and by the way, may I tell you, we made a command decision to do this outside today when it was sunny, and you could see our beautiful mountains. This partnership between Google Fiber and Provo City is the result of a lengthy process to help Provo City complete. Next week. This tool will connect Provo to the state, the county, and the world in a way never before imagined. The agreement we're announcing today began in earnest almost a year ago with an RFP process to find a buyer for the iProvo network. As many of you know, our city leaders for a long time have known the importance of connecting our residents and our small businesses with fiber. But no doubt, Provo residents will also be quick to tell you that this sometimes has been a painful journey. No doubt, this journey needs a partner like Google Fiber. We pursued this partnership because we know how important technology and connectivity is to the strength of our city. I could not be more pleased to find a partner like a Google partner. We're looking forward to our city having a chance to get to know them. Today's announcements opens up doors in our educational climate, our economic development, our community involvement, and in areas such as healthcare that we've not been able to imagine before. I'd like at this time to introduce entrepreneurship into Utah. Utah County in particular has become a tech hub under his leadership. And not only that, we claim him from our area and are so glad to have him. Governor Herbert.
Well, thank you, Mayor. It's always good to be home. Some of you know I just visited California here just a week ago. Part of a trade mission there, making sure that people were aware of the great things that are taking place here in Utah. And as we met a number of different sites, we took some time to go to Silicon Valley. And we told them about Silicon Slopes, which is like Silicon Valley, only with better skiing here in Utah. and had a chance to meet with the Google folks and talked about things that we're doing and what they're doing and opportunities for future partnerships. And little did I know about this partnership that was already underway, this epic announcement that's been kept under wraps by the mayor and those involved until just a few days ago. So I'm pleased to see this partnership and what's going to take place here. We have not only high tech that's being developed out of Utah County and along the Wasatch Front, throughout our state for that matter, but we have an unparalleled quality of life. I can assure you that our economy will continue to be robust and growing because people are going to be attracted here because of our innovation, because of our creativity, because of our emphasis on high tech, the STEM education program that the legislature has seen fit to fund on science, technology, engineering, and math. But it's also because of the quality of life we have here. We have a beautiful vista and venue here that's in our backdrop. A little cloud cover today. Maybe we should be going skiing today with the temperatures dropping. But that's going to attract people to come here to Utah and continue to grow our economy. Now, I do note that last week in Texas, my good friend Rick Perry, in having Austin become a fiber city, and I think that's great. You know, I like Texas, but I like Utah better. And I think Google will find that although Texas is a great location, Utah is going to be an even better location for their fiber city here in Provo. And let me tell you why. One, we have great people. We value technology. We've embraced technology as no other state in the country has done so. It's part of what we have. We've grown and developed a lot of great high-tech companies here, whether it be WordPerfect, whether the armatures that have been taken over by Adobe, the companies that are very high-tech that have been here in our midst are part of our background. But we have good people that are healthy, that are happy. Again, it matches up well with Google and their own policies. We have a dynamic economy that's the second fastest growing now in America. So it's kind of like getting in on the ground floor for Google. You get in here and growing along with us. We are the best state in America currently for business and for careers, and we're home to more than 5,000 high-tech firms already. So this is a great match and a marriage, and the Novels, the WordPerfects, the Microsofts, the Adobes, the Googles, the Iomegas are all going to be part of our culture now here in Utah, and the mutual benefits that come from all of it. So again, with this new high-speed opportunities that we have here, we're going to have gig speed in our broadband here in Provo City. And all of you that are high-tech people understand this better than I do, but this means innovation can happen in small spaces, in the library, in your office, opportunities to develop new startup companies, use of high-speed broadband. Who knows what the future is going to be? But I can tell you whatever it is, it's going to be very, very bright because of this epic day today, building upon what we've done in the past, moving forward into the future. So thank you. Congratulations to Mayor Curtis for his leadership, for all of you that are involved in this effort. Congratulations, best wishes. With that, we want to certainly thank Google Fiber. And here to represent Google Fiber, I want to introduce Kevin Lowe, who's the general manager of Google Fiber. Smart to pick Provo City as part of their efforts here. And so he can talk more about that effort. So Kevin, come up. Welcome to Silicon Slopes.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Wow, this is a great view from up here. There are a lot of folks here. I have good news and bad news. Good news is it's a beautiful day out here. The bad news is I'm going to talk for about 35 minutes. No, I'm just joking. I'll try to keep my remarks a little bit brief. One, thank you, Governor Herbert. We are, on behalf of Google, I can't say how thrilled we are to be here today. The governor did just a great job and a great rundown of all the reasons why we can't wait to get started. This area is home to hundreds of tech companies and startups. I found out the other day that this area ranks #2 in the country in terms of intellectual property patent growth, which really speaks to the innovation that we see here. And finally, Provo consistently ranks among the best cities to live and do business in. So at Google, we believe the future of the internet will be built on gigabit speeds. And we have a high degree of confidence that a lot of the businesses and residences here, people know exactly what they're going to do with it and what they're going to build on top of this, and we're really excited. Let me take a step back and provide a little bit of context, because I get asked this question quite a bit. What is a gigabit? Today, most Americans have broadband connections that are roughly 6 megabits a second. That's the size of the connection that you have in your home today, 6. A gigabit is 1,000 megabits, which means that a gigabit is more than 100 times faster than what people have today. Now, I get asked this question quite a bit. Why is Google then building a gigabit fiber network? And there are really 2 different reasons. First and foremost, we believe that speed matters. It's not just about people. We know that people who have faster connections do more of what they do today. However, more importantly, it's really about those applications that haven't been built yet. We have engineers at Google, there are engineers across the country at plenty of different companies. And they have great ideas and they want to build new applications. But they can't. It's not practical because the end user speeds are simply not fast enough. Now, I think we're on the right side of history here. Do people in the audience remember dial-up? So the move from dial-up to broadband was also a 100x improvement. It was a 100-time improvement in the speeds. Now, when we were all on dial-up, sending text messages back, or text email back and forth and low-res pictures, we couldn't possibly have imagined all the things that we do today. From e-commerce, maps, watching videos online. In fact, the other day I took my son to Paris. On Google Earth and Street View, we were able to navigate the streets in Paris. These are all the things that we never imagined were possible when we were on dial-up, and we do them today. We treat them like anything else as an ordinary part of our day. Think about all the new applications that are going to be built on top of a gigabit. That's what makes us really excited. The second reason that we're building a gigabit network is because we believe that when more people are on the internet, it makes our communities stronger. From an economic development standpoint, to healthcare, to education, to civic engagement. Let me give you a stat that I learned recently. Did you know that businesses that use the web grow 40% faster than those that don't? And they're twice as likely to create new jobs. And that's why we want to help start a national dialogue about the importance of gigabit speeds and ubiquitous access. And Provo will now join our 2 other fiber cities, Kansas City and Austin, as pioneers who will shape that conversation. Now, in fact, Provo's been a part of this national dialogue for almost a decade. And really was about a decade ago that you all recognized how important broadband access was to your residents, to people at home, to your families, to your businesses and entrepreneurs. And so you took steps to make an investment in building a fiber optic network. And today, we couldn't be more humbled by the opportunity to work with you to more fully realize that original vision. The agreement that we reached with the city, pending city council approval and getting the deal and the transaction closed, provides for a couple of things. First and foremost, the first thing we'll do is upgrade the network to be gig capable. And it's actually really important to remember that this network's actually been in the ground for about 10 years. Technology moves pretty fast. In fact, I'm using a tablet. I see a lot of tablets out here. Tablets didn't show up in the market until about 3 years ago. So technology moves really fast. There's a lot of work required to get the network upgraded, and that's the first thing we'll do. After we get the network upgraded, we're going to have an opportunity. We will connect every home that's currently passed by the network. And that means that we'll be pulling a physical fiber into your homes. On top of that network, we will then deliver a free basic broadband service, free of monthly recurring charge, for every resident that wants it for at least a period of 7 years. And obviously, for those that want a gig, you can upgrade to the gig or a gig plus TV offer at any point in time. And then finally, as we build out this network, we'll have an opportunity to connect 25 local public institutions, schools, libraries, hospitals with free gigabit internet connectivity. I would just emphasize that there's a lot to do. Today is just a starting point. These networks are complicated, it takes a lot of time. And assuming that we can get the agreement finally closed, we're looking forward to getting started right away. And we'd hope to install users the later part of this year. And once that network is completed, I wanted to emphasize a really important point. Once the network is completed, Provo will be one of the first cities in the world where access to basic broadband will flow like water or electricity. Free basic broadband would just be everywhere, and I think that's pretty cool. That was the original vision that all of you had. And again, it is absolutely an honor, and we are so humbled by this opportunity again to work with you and help you realize that. Right now, I'd like to introduce Michelle, someone who can talk a little bit more about the impact of ubiquitous access on a very important community here in Provo. That's Provo's teachers and Provo's students. Please join me in welcoming Michelle Kafusi. She's the chairman of our Provo School Board.
It's so exciting. First of all, thank you, Kevin, and the mayor, and all those that went into all the hard work to get this to come to be. We're going to be a Google town, and we're going to be only the 3rd Google town in the world. It's so exciting. I would just start by saying I am the chair of Provo School Board, and I represent each of our 13,785 students and their parents when I say that technology matters in education. Access to affordable and reliable internet services really matters. Our students are moving at lightning fast speed, and we must keep up. We must give students the tools they need to succeed, or they will leave us woefully behind. If we don't have it for them, they'll go find it somewhere else. According to the Federal Communications Commission, students with broadband in the home have a 7% higher graduation rate than those without. Provo School District recognizes this. So as a board, and as I am speaking as only one member of a board of 7, I'm representing the board, but I am only one of 7, we have voted to become very technology savvy and to make technology a priority in our school board room and in our district. Provo School District recognizes the importance of arming our students with the best possible resources, and as a board, we want it to be a priority. Recently, I was in an English class at Dixon Middle School where we've done a pilot where every student has an iPad this year. And as I was sitting in that class, I watched one of the students turn her iPad on record. And so I said, "Why'd you turn your iPad on record?" And she said, "Because my friend's not here, she's sick. And so I'm recording the class." And I thought, wow, that's pretty smart, right? I mean, that's pretty technology savvy. But now imagine if that sick student had access to high-speed internet at home. Her friend could have simply simulcast the entire class in real time to the student, allowing her not to miss a beat. It's so overwhelming to me because I just keep thinking every single home will have the internet and have it for free. How fantastic is that for our students? They will be able to access internet, homework, school, everything will become so much more efficient and so much faster. I'm overwhelmed and excited what this can mean for our educational community, and I can't wait to see what the future brings with it. Thank you.
I'm Val Hale, President and CEO of the Utah Valley Chamber of Commerce. And I think it's safe to say today that Provo City is the envy of the entire state of Utah, if not every city in America right now. As was mentioned, if this agreement is ultimately approved, Provo will become really only the third city in the United States to have Google's fiber and ultra-high-speed gigabit internet, and would become one of the first cities in the world to have ubiquitous internet connectivity in every home. Of course, from an economic development perspective, the benefit to our students, residents, and small business owners who have access to the internet at 100 times the speed of average broadband can't be overstated. If you're a 2 or 3 person programming shop operating out of your garage, if you work from home and need to share files quickly and efficiently with others, or if you're simply a student who wants to download videos while you should be doing your homework, you're going to all see benefits from this. And it's obvious to me why Google chose Provo as its next partner for fiber. Things are happening here. The economy's booming, and we're a great place to do business. This announcement is one more feather in a cap brimming with brightly colored feathers, and it validates what people and organizations across the country have been saying about Provo and Utah Valley. We're a great place to live, work, and play, and this agreement, if approved, will only improve our unparalleled quality of life. I, for one, can't wait to start recruiting businesses here so that they can tell their future employees that they will have access to gigabit internet in their homes. Congratulations, Mayor Curtis, congratulations, Kevin, everyone who had something to do with this. We look forward to finalizing this agreement for the benefit of Provo City, Utah County, and the entire state of Utah. Thank you.
Let's wrap this up, but I have to tell you, my wife will let you know that I haven't slept a lot. I kept thinking, what will go wrong? And before I walked out here, the people who are responsible for my image said, "You're not going to wear that coat out there, are you?" And I forgot I still had it on. But I want you to know it's not all about technology, it's also about chivalry. So my wife is sitting on the front row. And it may be too late, but I love you, sweetheart. We've done a marvelous job, and I know it's cold, so let's wrap this up. There's been a lot of talk about epic, and was this epic? And I'm here to tell you, if you don't think that upgrading our network to a gig speed throughout the city, connecting the rest of the 20,000 homes that are not connected, offering a gig speed at no charge to 25 institutions, and giving free internet to every home in Provo is not epic, I don't know what is. Epic. The beautiful part about today is Provo City has had this dream for a decade. Finally, we have matched the dream with the resources. Thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for being here today. Lastly, we know you'll have many questions. We've scheduled a number of community meetings. If you go to the Provo City website, you can see a number of community meetings where you can come and learn more details about this. Thank you very much.